Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. After securing passage to the next round of the Copa del Rey just a few days ago, Barcelona do now return to La Liga action and actually take on Elche. Yet another away match is this one, and we have a great chance to pick up some more points in La Liga, make it 4 wins out of our first 4 games in the league to start 2021. Let's get into this match preview. And this one, as mentioned, of course, is again going to be away from home. And actually our only home match this entire month will come on the last day of the month, this time next week, against Athletic Club. Yep, them again. So until then, it's time for another away fixture. It's time for some more away trips. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, but if you haven't, this one is going to be an earlier kickoff time, so watch out for that one. 4:15 local time over there in Spain, so make sure you guys check out your time zone so you don't miss it. And just looking briefly at the La Liga table, guys, I think it looks set that Atletico are going to win La Liga this season. Suarez is getting some massive goals for them, so they look really set for that title. Real Madrid right now are clearly on a poor run of form, else we wouldn't be just 3 points behind them. And I think top 4 right now, which was probably a race we were into not long ago, we are now starting to get away from that pack just a little bit. Sevilla aren't doing badly at all, but teams like Sociedad, even Villarreal today as I'm recording this, they've just drawn to Huesca, so they are dropping points. Teams are looking a little bit shaky, and you do feel a win tomorrow for Barcelona gets us even more away from that sort of pack and would put us in a really good spot. But let's take a quick look at our opposition here in Elche, and of course I think when Elche got promoted back to La Liga this summer, as expected, they have been struggling. We were expecting them to be one of the relegation candidates at the start of the season. The way things are going, that's looking even more likely. They're currently sitting 18th in the table, and like I mentioned, they will be amongst the favourites to go down, and they haven't helped themselves really, as in their last 12 matches in La Liga, guys, they haven't won one game. A lot of draws in there, a lot of defeats, so that hasn't been good at all. And I think Elche, like a lot of the teams we've faced this season, guys, they are lower down the table. They are struggling, but I think it's always worth saying we do struggle in these sorts of fixtures. Elche, like many teams, they will sit deep, they will put up a block, they'll try and catch us out, they'll try and hurt us from set pieces. The usual sort of game plan that teams do time and time again against Barcelona, and you know what? It works a decent amount of the time. So Ronald Koeman, his squad, we've got to be ready, even with the absences we've got to make sure we put in a really professional performance against Elche tomorrow. We may be a bit tired, a little bit fatigued, but Elche not long ago at their same home ground got a draw against Real Madrid. That sort of fixture, they caused Real issues, they didn't give them much down the other end. They can do that against Barcelona, especially with how many players we've got missing and how tired we probably will be. And moving on to Barcelona, of course, ourselves, the team we always want to talk about in these videos. I think we come into this one in quite an odd position, and I want to say that because what position are we actually in right now in La Liga? We're not really challenging for the title, in my opinion, and I think players deep down will know that, they're not idiots. I think also we're not exactly in a top 4 scrap right now. Like I've said, teams like Villarreal and Sociedad, they're dropping points. Look, we've still got to win, otherwise we will drop out of the top 4. That will be embarrassing, but we've been on some good form of late in La Liga, so we are doing a little bit better. So I suppose it is really down to Ronald Koeman just to get the players motivated for this sort of fixture, and I really hope they are, because else it's going to be difficult to win tomorrow. Elche will be up for it. They are in a relegation scrap. And you are hoping, guys, that Barcelona can get a win. Because like I said, we are in a bit of a limbo in terms of, well, what are we aiming for here? 3rd or 2nd? That's not really a target, if you like. It's quite in the middle. That can make it hard to motivate the players. But I do genuinely think this season, the more wins we get, the better the mood is. The team, it keeps progressing, and I do still believe this season has been really valuable for Barcelona in so many ways, and I still think it can be one that we get silverware at the end of the season with the Copa del Rey as the trophy I've now got my eyes peeled for. And this game against Elche here, again, it's all about confidence. It's all about getting closer to the top. And in terms of discussing some key factors coming into this game, guys, I think firstly we want to, of course, mention the amount of absences our squad has right now. No Sergio Roberto again for this one. He should be returning in about a week's time, so that'll be able to give us another option in defence and also midfield, of course. Serginho Dest is fit for this one, apparently. He's been given the medical green light. Whether he'll start or not is another matter. Piqué, of course, is still out, as is Coutinho, as is Ansu Fati, and all of these usual absences, guys, is now piled on top of by Lionel Messi. He's going to be suspended for this one, serving the 2nd of his 2-match ban. So we are quite limited in options. I do feel that right now. We're a little bit fatigued. We're without a few players, and I think right now the group, it's going to be tired. I say fatigued because it's just a complete fact. This group of players right here that will be taking on Elche tomorrow, well, 1, they haven't had much time in between this game and the Cornellà one, and 2, guys, we've just played 3 consecutive games, all of 120 minutes long, in the space of a week. Thursday in the Supercopa all that time ago, to Thursday against Cornellà in the Copa. So within 7 days, 3 120-minute matches. That is going to take it out of the players. That is really heavy on this group of players. And as I mentioned earlier, we've just got to hope that Koeman, the players, they are active, they are determined, they are confident tomorrow, because Elche will be resilient, and I think they'll be confident they can get some points off of us in this situation. Moving on to predicted 11, it is interesting again for this sort of fixture. What I'm going to show you guys on the screen right now is what I think Ronald Koeman is going to go for tomorrow. Then we'll discuss a few alternatives. In goal, of course, ter Stegen will come back in. In defence, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting Mingueza to start a right back. I'm not expecting Dest to be fit just yet. In the heart of defence, Araujo, of course, the absolute beast. Next to Clement Lenglet. At left back, Jordi Alba. In midfield, Busquets, De Jong and Pedri, I believe, will be the midfield three no matter what. And up front, I've gone for Dembele, Griezmann and Martin Braithwaite taking that spot of Lionel Messi, if you like. That does seem to be the way forward right now. I can't see him using Trincao. Trincao, 1, doesn't deserve to start, and 2, I don't think Koeman will use him either. Alternatives would be, for me, these ones. If Dest is fit, I think he should be playing. I'd bring him in at right back, either for a straight swap for Mingueza, or, of course, move Mingueza over to centre-back next to Araujo and drop Lenglet. In midfield, like I mentioned, I expect it to be the same. And up front, I would play Conrad de la Fuente. And I'm not one of those people who just chucks youngsters in, as some people do, just because they've had 10 good minutes in the cup. I understand that it's not always that way. It's not always so simple just to play a youngster and they're going to be amazing. But I genuinely think with Conrad de la Fuente that he should be playing in this Barcelona team. He's impressed me for a while now. I've said it for a few months in a row in all truth. And I don't really know why Koeman hasn't used him ever since that Ansu Fati injury. I thought he would get way more chances. He looks really good off the bench against Cornellà in midweek. And I honestly think in this sort of game, he's well suited to it. He'd actually help us win. It's not just the fact of playing youth. Like I said, I wouldn't just say that. I genuinely think he'll help the attack. He gives us the right balance. If we have Dembele on the right, Conrad on the left, I honestly think our chances of beating Elche, they increase. That's why I'd play him. No other reason. I want to win this match. And I think Conrad should really get minutes, either from the start and definitely off the bench. And moving on to my match prediction for tomorrow's game, I've gone positive. I'm going to go for Elche 0, Barcelona 2. I am hoping the team can claw over the line again. I've generally been impressed with Barcelona of late. I know that Supercopa defeat was a little bit heartbreaking. It wasn't exactly a pleasant evening, but I was impressed with the way we got through the Copa midweek when other teams have faltered in these sorts of games. We're doing well in La Liga to start 2021. If we win again tomorrow, the mood just keeps going up. Then we've got an important Copa game midweek against Rayo, and to finish the month, we've got Athletic Club Bilbao at the Camp Nou. That's going to be a really feisty game. I'm sure all of you guys are looking forward to that one. But I've gone for Elche 0, Barcelona 2. I'm hoping we can keep them out. I'm hoping they don't cause us too many issues down the other end. I'm just wondering whether the team will be really fit enough, inventive enough, determined enough to make it 2-0 and score down the other end. That's what we've got hope the team does tomorrow. Really show up, put in a good performance, because there's no reason with playing Elche, guys. They're not in good form. They're one of the weaker sides in La Liga. We should be winning this match. I know we've got a lot of players missing, but I'm hoping Griezmann, Dembele, Pedri, De Jong, Jordi Alba, of course, is always so crucial for us in the attack. These sorts of players, let's hope they get in. Let's hope they get us this win. So that is where I'm going to leave this match preview. Probably a bit of a shorter one than usual. Not too much to go over, but of course, another game for Barcelona fans to tune into, to watch. And I'm hoping you guys did enjoy the match preview. As always, leave a like on the video if you do want. And again, leave all your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, please. I like interacting with you guys down there. Leave your thoughts on this one. What do you guys want to see? I personally want to see Conrad de la Fuente. I genuinely think he'll help us win this match. Same goes for matches in the future. Until then, though, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon/evening when the game is finished. Let's hope it's a Barcelona victory, and goodbye.